Man, what a week. Oh, I've got these cookies. I hope you're staying safe out there and you're avoiding all the Godiva 19. See, it's a joke. First of all, I want to say, in complete seriousness, out to my friend friends Jared and Jamie Greer, who had to postpone Comic Con. That was tough. And here are my thoughts. And it wasn't your fault. Now that it's all said and done, we can all sit around and watch things and have a good time at home by ourselves. But that's okay too. Now, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do this week. Did I want to do epidemic films or pandemic films? And I decided, no, that was bad taste. So what I'm going to do is werewolves. Now, here's what's interesting. I'm not the world's biggest werewolf person. I know somewhere right now, Nick Brown heard that and he's crying. But I do like it. It's basically all Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but that's beside the point. Werewolves can be fun. And I'm going to tell you the 3 best werewolf films, okay? Let's start with John Landis's An American Werewolf in London. True story. John Landis actually wrote this script in the late 60s, early 70s when he was working on Kelly's Heroes Behind the Iron Curtain, right? And he didn't make the movie till later, till after Animal House, till he became John Landis. This and Shaun of the Dead are the 2 best horror comedies ever made. Actually, Shaun of the Dead may be slightly better, but this is my favorite werewolf film. Rick Baker did the special effects, and it holds up today. There's not much better. Dog Soldiers. You see that right there? Dog Soldiers. Dog Soldiers is a lot of fun. Neil Marshall did a movie called The Descent, which is actually one of my favorite actual scary movies. It's scary to me. I'm claustrophobic. The Dog Soldiers came before that. And what Dog Soldiers is about, it takes place in Scotland. These British soldiers are doing a weekend kind of out in the woods type of deal, and they get caught up with werewolves. That's the story. It's kind of aliens with werewolves. I think the werewolves look great in this, even though it was low budget. The acting is superb. It has a ton of great British and Scottish actors in it. So check out Dog Soldiers. If you've never seen it, I cannot recommend this movie highly enough. My 3rd favorite werewolf film is, I thought I had a copy of it and couldn't find it actually over there, Ginger Snaps. If you've never seen Ginger Snaps, it's the story of Ginger and her sister. It's basically a metaphor for coming of age, for a woman finding her womanhood, or a girl finding her womanhood. However, she gets bitten late one night by a werewolf and starts to transform, and we follow her through that. Like I said, it's a metaphor. It's a fantastic film. There's a lot of character development. We see both of the sisters as they change into different people and grow apart, which happens in families. It's one of my favorite werewolf films, and you can't go wrong. I know what you're saying. Oh, you didn't mention this one, and you didn't mention that one. I know. There was one runner-up, and it came out right about the same time that American Werewolf London did, and it's directed by one of my favorite directors, Joe Dante. Look at this. Who is that? Is it The Howling? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The Howling, actually, John Sayles, the great John Sayles, the independent filmmaker, was one of the writers on this. He actually knew Joe Dante because they both worked for Roger Corman back in the day. And John Sayles wrote the Piranha script. If you've ever seen Piranha, the original Piranha, that's also directed by Joe Dante, and that was a ripoff of Jaws. And if you have all this time on your hands because you can't teach a night class like you usually do, or you're not going to be moderating like you usually do, and your March is opened up, you know what you should do? Check out 124 episodes of Bonehead Weekly. We've got plenty for you. That's over 2,000 hours of not entertainment. I can't do simple math. This is Joe Lewis with Bonehead Weekly saying stay safe. Love you, Scarefest.